I don't think that it is the child's place to get the money directly. Like, child support is not for the child. I mean, it's supposed to be to take care of the child, but it doesn't go directly to the child.
Y'all, listen to this. So, Lonnie says she gonna find the rest of it, but my line sisters had this in our group chat, and so people were chiming in. This is actually posted on the radio station, like the main radio station in Houston. So shout out 97.9 The Box. It says, my 16-year-old daughter feels entitled to my child support I get from her father. How would you handle this? I also think her father is putting things in her head. Either way, the money he sends is for me to care for her, and she doesn't grasp paying my bills, which also benefits her siblings, is part of this. And so I guess this is her like, hey, give me some advice, intro to the radio station. And this is the text that the daughter wrote to her mom. What?
This is funny.
Okay. My dad told me how much he pays you in child support, and he showed me. I just don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 in child support. When I ask for something, you say no. Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess, who I assume are her other siblings, and likely they don't share the same dad. That's just my assumption. Sorry, what was it? Okay. When I ask for something, it's always a problem, and you threaten to take my phone away when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here and my dad paying you, if it wasn't for me being here, she misses some words, and my dad paying, you couldn't afford to keep the house. I do love you, but I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I'd rather live with my dad, and I just want you to know for it to happen without making a big issue. I don't think it's right. I don't benefit from my dad's child support, yet you spend it. It appears that there's more to this, but I don't know what the rest.
That's exactly, God forbid, that's how my daughter would be, though. I know how my daughter's coming.
Sounds like there's more going on in the house.
I don't know. I can't really say there got to be something more to the story. It just sounds like a spoiled child. Because
how's she spoiled?
That sounds spoiled to me, because I don't think that it is the child's place to get the money directly. Like, child support is not for the child. I mean, it's supposed to be to take care of the child, but it doesn't go directly to the child. It is for the parent to take care of the child. So if the money that is being given to the mother is to pay the house bills, is to make sure the child has groceries and has lunch or whatever for the week, like, that's what the mother has to do with the money.
What about the other thing?
It's not, and even if she decides to like give the child like allowance once a week with that money, then that's her prerogative as a parent. But it's not like, okay, yeah, daddy paid the child support, give me my half, or give me whatever. Like, no child does that. That's not for you to do.
But there's other kids in the house that aren't
that are benefiting,
that are benefiting off her portion of
Well, I would think, because if the mom is going to the grocery store to make sure that everybody has lunch, like, if that comes out of the $1,900 for everybody to benefit from the groceries that I put in the house, then that's just what it is.
Where are the other kids' fathers?
Am I taking the money that my baby father number one is giving me to only say, okay, let me make sure Leslie has lunch for the week, but I don't know, I'm gonna wait till baby daddy number two gives me money for the other two?
That's what you get. That's because God knows you're saying some off the wall outrageous shit and your ring fell off.
Yeah. You would not. How much of that there? It's like, what does she get?
Like, no.
I want you to. Are you done? I am done.
Let her cook.
No, I just want.
What is she cooking?
No, you just seem like let her.
Figure it out. Go ahead.
Y'all seem like y'all all against me already, so go ahead. No, what y'all gotta say? I'm already done speaking.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Whoever.
Can I just say something? I don't know how it is in other states, but in the state of New Jersey, there's a class that you have to take when you putting someone on child support, where they explain that the money that you get from child support is supposed to be for the household. So it's supposed to be to pay the water, the electric, the house, the food, whatever it is that you need in order to support the household where the kid lives. So I don't know if this happens everywhere, but it should.
Interesting.
No, it should not.
We need to take a class?
No, well, the thing is, what she said was that the money is for the household. And that's where I draw the line. when it comes to bro, it's a hard stop.
Like in my mind, that's all I'm
Yeah, like
saying. That's why.
I don't know, because like the thing is, I can't imagine. First of all, $1,900 a month is a lot of money. Like that's one.
Good amount.
That's
I
definitely.
don't know how they got to that conclusion that that's how much he got to pay. Just saying.
Well, regardless, it's $1,900 a month or $1,900 that she's asking for,
No, that she gets.
that she gets, right? Well, I'm saying the daughter's asking for it.
I think she's asking for the 1,900.
Certain things.
Yeah.
She's just saying like,
And that's my
else
issue.
money, and like whenever I ask for something, it's a no.
And you can't tell that child no if that child is getting $2,000 roughly a month. If that child is bringing in $2,000 a month, do not tell that child you're going to take their phone away. Now, there's different ways that you can, because you're not paying for it. I don't care. It's like, if I'm the dad,
Could the kids be parents these days?
no, it's not that kids be the parents. It's just that at some point in time, you're not even a parent because you're not even doing the providing for that child. The child doesn't want to live with you, right? So clearly the child's being forced to live with you. Secondly, the child knows that you are not making money. You cannot keep up the bills in this house. My father is paying for the bills for you and 2 other niggas' kids. So where do you have the bargaining, or where do you have what happened?
I don't think that there's probably a conversation going on between the father and the daughter because she's probably asking him for something and he's saying,
I'm paying you $2,000 a month.
this much a month
But that's fair though.
to be able to get it.
And that's the thing. Like I'm a huge advocate for child support being spent the right way. It is to be, if I had to come up with a solution, it'll be, okay, a portion of this rent is going to be taken, a portion of this child support is going to be used to the rent, right? Or mortgage, whatever it may be. But when you say that I'm paying $1,900 a month, my daughter doesn't have clothes, or she doesn't even get to have, expenses, just leisure expenses.
16-year-olds.
Yeah, every week. And then you're threatening her phone that you don't even pay for. And if you take away my daughter's phone, now you take away the ability for me to communicate with my child, and you're not even paying for it realistically. This is an issue that I have. So, yeah, I do feel like out of that $1,900, the child should be getting, if you're not going to give it to the child right now, because you may think that or deem that they're too young or, free risk with money, put it in some type of account for them to where they can actually get something by the time they turn 18.
I just feel like, where does the parenting come in? Because a child telling the mom, saying like, you say no whenever I ask for something, a mother is allowed to say no. You ask for some bullshit, she can say no. Okay? There's no like, oh, well, my daddy pays $1,900 a month for me, so I should be getting everything I ask for. It does, like, life does not work like that. And children should not even be allowed to say that. Like, you're 16 years old. Like, please don't come step to me like this. I really don't understand this situation and why there's even 2 sides to it.
I don't think that there should be a no without reason.
I like to put the child in between
Right.
the whole.
Yeah, and it does, and she even said, I feel like the father is putting stuff in her head, because why is the dad even showing her how much he pays in child support? Just
16 years old.
She's six.
She's a fucking adult, damn near. 2 years should be an adult.
You're probably asking for money for, I don't know, your sports at school, or go hang out on the weekend, clothes,
Maybe a car.
yeah, like money for anything. I feel like at 16, the expenses are not the same as when you're 6, and so, I mean, when you have a 16-year-old, you do have to do these things for your kid, otherwise they probably gonna go out stealing or something, or, find another way to get the money.
But that's a good point. It's not the same. 6 and 16 is definitely not the same. So how do you know that the $1,900 that was covering her when she was 16 years old and she could get everything and not have to ask for anything, and shit is different now that she's 16, and now it's just like, all right, maybe I can't afford to get you that $900 shoes that all of your friends are sporting around with, or, whatever the fuck a 16-year-old is going to want.
So this is the point that I was making about being 6 and 16. My understanding is that in some states, as the child grows and the cost of care changes, everything is reevaluated. When cost of living adjustments happen, everything is reevaluated. Hell, if one of the parents lose their job, everything is reevaluated. Somebody starts to make a significant amount more in their salary, it's reevaluated. So I made the point about 6 versus 16 is that you have to understand you have a 16-year-old. There's more stuff that they're going to need and more stuff that they're going to want. Like, let's say you a 16-year-old cheerleader at your high school, or you want to go have tennis lessons, or you need tutoring. That's all the stuff that comes with that. You don't necessarily need that at 6. So that's why I was saying the amount of money, is different. And I think that, like you said, her father, she's asking, hey, daddy, can I get whatever, I don't know, $70 for my such and such. And he's like, I just sent your mama $1,900. Like, why? It's crazy. He said, did you ask her? Yeah.
She said no.
She say, tell me no.
Why?
So now the dad is like, damn, I'm paying $1,900, and I understand it's not going to always cover everything, but
that's the only point. Sometimes it don't cover everything. So if she don't got the $70, she don't got it. And honestly, it's a simple conversation between parents at that point. Did you ask your mom? She said no. Yo, hey, she needs to do this, and you said she couldn't. Like, what happened? And y'all talk about that. Y'all talk about how the expenses are being carried out about your child. That's it.
Saying
Children, because she's spending the money on 2 other kids that ain't his fucking responsibility.
But it was not even
No.
specifically. That was happening.
No, it did say.
It doesn't say it, but it infers it.
She said that the food and all that goes to, you give the money to.
I'll read it. It says, also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess.
Plain and simple. So like I'm saying, you decided to live with multiple men and have kids with multiple men. Do not use one man's money to take care of your fuck-ups. Point blank. So now when it goes to a point where you're telling my daughter no on the money that I sent for my daughter because you spent it on your other kids, that is not right for my child. You're taking away from my child that I'm already working for and trying to provide while I'm outside of this home. It's an issue. And now you got my child asking me, why is mommy telling me no? Why does mommy not have the money? And I don't understand why she don't got money, because she worked probably, and I know she's getting the $2,000 extra a month. This is wild.
Well, my thing is, do y'all expect your children not to ask the father for anything?